Hi everyone, Liam here. I'm a product manager at Google. I was a program manager at Microsoft. And today we're going to be talking about the difference between product, program, project, all of the PMs and what they all mean. So let's dive into it. The first thing is we want to say, what questions are PMs asking? And this will kind of help you understand what a program, project, and what everything falls into. So the first one is program and project manager. The question that they're usually asking is, are we on track to deliver? A product manager is usually asking, what problem are we solving and why? A technical program manager is usually asking, how do we get the right engineers in the room to get this done? And then an engineer or a tech lead is usually asking, how do we build it right? So let's first dive into, what are program and project managers doing? Well, what they're doing every day is they're working across organization to get large projects shipped, large or small. I don't know why I put large in there, but they're executing to get things shipped on time. So thinking about like setting milestones, right? They're making sure that, we say we're going to ship this by Q2, we actually get it shipped by Q2. Bringing in, designers and engineers across organization to make sure that, this team is unblocked from a lot of the, kind of challenges that they're facing. Usually they have backgrounds in Scrum, PMP, Agile certificates. I see a lot of certificates and certifications in kind of the project and program management world. So also within project management, there's kind of a caveat on that one as opposed to program. What I've usually seen is that project management is usually working with external vendors. So let's say you have an external, engineering team, an external design team, some statistics or data science external team that you're working with. It's much more external versus internal. I've found to be a lot more program management. So the daily life of a program or project manager, I've asked a few people. I work with a lot of program managers, and the daily life is a lot of tracking milestones, going to stand up, talking to multiple teams to get things shipped on time. It's a lot of kind of goals and execution. That was program and kind of project management. Let's transition over to product management. So within product management, what are product managers doing every day? They're confirming or denying a hypothesis with data, right? They're thinking of kind of new ideas, seeing if it actually makes sense to do it, aligning on the why and the high level of what, right? Like painting a future vision, dealing with a lot of I just put in here dumpster fires because reality, that's kind of what it is. You're doing a lot of kind of future, couple years out, couple quarters out, but you're also trying to make sure that things are working tactically in the everyday kind of life. So you're working with program managers a lot as well. Personally, I've seen more technical and consulting as well as sales backgrounds in product management as opposed to project management. The day-to-day of a product manager, you're writing kind of high-level requirements docs, what we call PRDs. You're working on OKRs for the next quarter, kind of setting longer-term goals. You're querying for data within your own systems, trying to find validation of hypothesis. You're brainstorming with UX. You're kind of doing cross-team objective alignment, not so much execution alignment of getting engineers in the room to unblock a team, but much more, hey, like we need something from this other team. Let's see if in the next half we can get it done together. The exception here is that Microsoft program managers, everything is a program manager at Microsoft. That's the one company where it gets a bit confusing. There are program managers that kind of act like product managers at Microsoft, and then there's also program managers that do more traditional program management stuff at Microsoft. Here are a couple, day-to-day tasks to kind of help simplify the difference between the 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it may be. Setting the team's long-term OKRs, basically their objectives and goals. That's much more product. Program is doing a lot more of communication and setting the team's near-term milestones to make sure we ship on time. I do want to reiterate, if you lack either of these, you're probably in trouble. You really need both. So with project management, you're coordinating with multiple vendors on a budget to execute on a plan. That's kind of the one-liner usually with project. Program, you're communicating across teams to ship a product. And wow, man, this is really confusing. A product manager is doing a lot more of asking other teams to build things into your product or build into their product. So I made this kind of chart here. Where do you kind of fit in based on what you want to do in your long-term career? If we start with, I love to manage people, I would not go into product management. If you're going with technical program manager, if you're going to tech lead, kind of engineering is a much faster way within a tech company to become a manager of people. If you just think of the raw numbers, right? There's not a lot of product managers. There's not a lot of program managers. There is a ton of engineers at these tech companies. If you want to manage people, naturally, you'll climb higher up to become a manager very quickly. If you like writing code, obviously don't be a product manager or a program manager. Become an engineer. It's a great life. It's awesome. You get paid a lot of money, and you fix challenging problems. If you like clearly defining projects, if you like writing very particular specs, kind of writing tickets in Agile, right? In Agile, you kind of write each small task out and explain what the task does. If you like doing that, I think program management is a much better route than product management. Again, I want to say that these are equal positions. They're both very important. And in all these companies that I know of, they get paid the same. So you're not like losing out. If you love telling engineers what to do, interesting. That's quite odd that you just love doing that, but whatever. Become an engineering manager. That will probably be a better path to doing that. I put TLM, like a tech lead manager, engineering manager, whatever it may be at your company. If you love understanding users and kind of user psychology, right? This is super important. I would almost actually recommend going after user experience, so UX, or UXR, which is user experience research. UXR is researching, making surveys, doing in-person studies, doing focus groups, right? Diary studies, whatever it may be, trying to really understand the psychology of users and the problems that they're actually going through. UX is the perfect place to do that. PM lightly dabbles and touches that, but not to the in-depth experience that you get within UX. And finally, if you like balancing things that are on fire, finally, the product manager fits in right there. I use this chart really to show, try to figure out introspectively what you love to do first, and then find the job title that fits that best. I see a lot of people jump to product management because they think it'll be the silver bullet to fix all of their problems and it'll be exactly what they love every time. I've found that not to be true most of the time. And hopefully this helps you kind of see there are many positions out there based on what you love to do, and they all get paid a lot of money. They all have a lot of career success. You're not missing out. You're also working in tech. You're having a great life. So really try to think about this before making the jump into a particular title. I was just talking to my friend Jenny. I'm going to link her LinkedIn bio below, but she had this great analogy on how to describe the difference between project, program, and product. Imagine that we're building a kitchen with a bunch of PMs, so all the different types of PMs. So first we have the project manager, and the project manager is going to build each individual chair, each individual table, the countertop. What they're going to do is bring in an engineering team, a vendor team that we hired, and they're going to oversee that the engineering team builds each chair perfectly and up to spec. So the program manager is going to oversee the individual components and make sure things are going to plan. They're going to make sure that each chair is the same height, that the table is balanced, that everything is to the spec that we planned out. And then finally, product managers, what they're going to do is they're going to think a bit more high level and think, are we increasing the value of this kitchen when we're building it? What materials should we choose, right? Should the chairs be out of wood, or are we going to make chairs out of marble? I don't know why you do that, but thinking about what's more appealing to the end user and what's more appealing in a layout. So that concludes this short video. I just want to say thank you so much. Subscribe to this channel, share this content with people. I'm trying to make sure that people don't have to pay for this content, so I make it free all the time. I'm going to just keep uploading more videos the more subscribers that I get. Again, I don't monetize this. I don't make money off this. I'm just doing this because I want to help people out and I don't want people to get scammed. So if you like that, support me, I guess. I don't know. Have a great day and see you later.